Good day, here are the top stories from the Philippine News Agency. We begin with the latest survey results shedding light on the trust and satisfaction ratings of the country's top officials. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. gained momentum in November with slight improvements in his ratings while Vice President Sara experienced a modest decline. This is according to a survey conducted by Tangere from November 19 to 22. The survey revealed a rise in President Marcos' satisfaction rating to 47.3%, up from 46.9% in October. His trust rating also climbed slightly to 59.6% compared to 59.3% previously. Tangere attributed these gains to increasing support among younger demographics, particularly in Luzon. However, this satisfaction remains a challenge in the southern regions, especially in the Davao region and northern Mindanao among respondents aged 51 and above. Vice President Sara, on the other hand, saw her satisfaction rating dip to 47.5% from 48%, while her trust rating slightly dropped to 55.5% from 56%. Despite these decreases, the Vice President continues to enjoy strong support in Mindanao, where her trust and satisfaction ratings remain the highest. Tangere noted that the increase in her dissatisfaction and distrust ratings stemmed primarily from respondents in Central Luzon, Northern Luzon, Southern Luzon, and Bicol. Meanwhile, House Speaker Martin Romualdez posted modest gains with his satisfaction rating inching up to 47.3% from 46.8% and trust rising to 57.4% from 57%. The gains were credited to respondents from Northern Luzon, Central Luzon, and Eastern Visayas, although dissatisfaction remains significant in the Davao region and Northern Mindanao, particularly among older respondents. Senate President Chis Escudero emerged as the most trusted and satisfied public official, with his satisfaction rating standing at 52.5% and trust at 61.3%. Escudero also maintained the lowest level of dissatisfaction and distrust across all demographics and regions, solidifying his lead among the country's leaders. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has arrived in the United Arab Emirates for a one-day working visit aimed at strengthening ties between the Philippines and the Gulf state. The Presidential Communications Office confirmed that the President's plane touched down in the UAE at 2:06 a.m. Tuesday local time or 6:06 a.m. Manila time, with a streamlined delegation accompanying him. PCO Secretary Cesar Chavez said that President Marcos is set to meet with His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan in Abu Dhabi. Their discussions will focus on enhancing bilateral relations with the signing of key agreements expected during the visit. The PCO earlier announced that the President would embark on a one-day working visit to the Gulf state to bolster the partnership between the two nations. The PCO said the President's delegation has been kept to the barest minimum in line with his commitment to domestic priorities. He is set to return to Manila immediately after the visit to personally oversee relief and reconstruction efforts in typhoon-stricken communities affected by 6 consecutive storms. Lawmakers at the House of Representatives expressed their support for President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and Speaker Martin Romualdez amid what they call recent threats made against democracy, rule of law, and public trust. Senior Deputy Speaker Aurelio Gonzalez Jr. sponsored House Resolution 2092 in response to threats made against Marcos Romualdez and First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos. Gonzalez said the recent remarks not only threatened the dignity of the House but also compromised national security and public trust in government. Gonzalez stressed the need for legislators to rally behind Marcos, as he cited the President's leadership guiding the nation towards progress and stability. He also highlighted Romualdez's exemplary leadership and unwavering resolve in defending the House and upholding democratic governance and the rule of law. Gonzalez added that the House resolution serves as a reminder to uphold the dignity, honor, and integrity of the chamber. Majority Leader Manuel Jose Dalipe, co-sponsor of the resolution, said the House must uphold transparency, accountability, and respect for institutional protocols. He stressed that no public official should consider itself above and beyond the Filipino people by obstructing the functions of the House. Earlier, House leaders condemned Vice President Sara Duterte's remarks that she has contracted an assassin to target President Marcos, the First Lady, and Romualdez. The Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development intensifies support for families affected by recent tropical cyclones. During the Bagong Pilipinas briefing on Monday, DHSUD Undersecretary Randy Escolango said they have intensified efforts to give shelter assistance for victims of calamities which houses were damaged. Under the Integrated Disaster Shelter Assistance Program, partially damaged homes will receive 10,000 pesos while completely destroyed houses get 30,000 pesos. Beneficiaries must register with their LGU's local housing board, submit valid IDs, and fill out a form. Escolango also said that LGUs are required to provide a master list of beneficiaries, a certificate of eligibility, and a disaster report. The DHSUD also provides housing materials and essentials to typhoon victims. Authorities are urging the public to exercise caution after an advocacy group flagged hazardous levels of lead in some trending tumblers. The Eco-Waste Coalition has raised alarm over 3 tumblers-themed labubu found to contain dangerously high content of lead. These were part of 6 unofficial merchandise items priced at 275 pesos each, tested positive for over 1,000 parts per million of lead, which exceeds the legal limit of 90 ppm for painted products. The group warns that lead-laced paint on tumblers can be ingested through repeated use, which may pose serious health risks, especially to children. The World Health Organization states that even minimal lead exposure can harm the central nervous system and cause permanent developmental damage in children. For adults, prolonged exposure to lead may lead to cardiovascular diseases, kidney damage, and pregnancy complications. The Eco-Waste Coalition urged the government to assign clear regulatory oversight to ensure compliance with the lead paint ban, enforce product recall, and mandate certifications for safe imports. Consumers are advised to demand proof of safety and avoid uncertified products. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, the Philippine News Agency. The Pna Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. It's 29 days before Christmas. I'm Marita Muay. This is a Pna Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.